Just sit back, relax while we get to what we're scrutinizing.
What I can't seem to understand is how every man is trash.
Oh,
Like,
you's a lie.
all of y'all is trash. Or y'all just want to come over and fuck. Or Netflix and chill. Y'all don't really want to meet nobody. Or y'all got temporary roommates, aka a bitch. Or you got a wife. Or,
Or maybe you ain't Sammy Sosa or Barry Bonds and ain't got
I
1,000
mean,
at bats. You done hit that wall. Let's be real, you damaged that wall.
this can't be dating. Like,
Oh, it's definitely no
I
man's
know
land.
everybody make jokes like, oh, the dang pool got pee in it, blah 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 blah. But this can't be it.
Big Shirley, how
Like,
you doing?
this is real life, and it's women. Like, yeah, we asking y'all for dates, but we got our own money.
So why we paying for everything?
We got our own money, so it's not like we trying to use y'all. It's just like
Lie.
niggas is really like this trash, and like
Nah, you
it's
trash. That bed is
ridiculous
filthy.
as a woman in her 30s to like this is what we gotta deal with.
It's what you're left with.
Like, this can't be real. And I follow out the date with intentions and all that. Dating with intentions is like setting you up to, like, once you like go through your spiritual awakening and start dating
Spiritual
with
what?
intentions and all that shit, it just make you realize like all these niggas is trash.
Lie.
All of them.
Lie.
All of them. Or did and online dating, like, y'all just want to meet up and fuck somebody. It's like, damn,
And that's the problem.
do you even care what my last name is? It's like,
No, ma'am, you are through.
I'm not sad about the situation because I know I'm a bad bitch.
Lie.
But it's like, I've talked to literally how many different fucking people.
You want to know what's funny to me? How females like this, scallywag broads like this, can come on social media, whether it's TikTok, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Facebook, whatever, Instagram. They could come on these social media sites and they can throw these tantrums and spill these rants. And at the end of the day, the person that they need to look in the freaking mirror at, and I'm going to tell you, every time she wanted to call y'all trash, I'm like, man, is there a mirror up to your face? Are you speaking into your phone and really looking at you? Because it don't matter how much you deflect, dear. Ain't nobody trash but was laying in that bed, because you have admittedly acknowledged that you have invited all these different men in your bed and in your spirit. Forget the bed, forget whatever place, whether it was his bed, your bed. You have admitted to inviting all these men into your viscous inner. Whether you have, whether this started in high school when you lost your virginity, whether this, you went through your 20s and, your late teens, and now you're entering your 30s. Who knows if you're mid 30s, early 30s, late 30s, but now you've reached your 30s and it's really, really real for you. It's really, really hitting you. That's how many times you said it was real, making me think of your man's Kevin Samuels. He tried to tell you, Big Shirley, he tried to let you know that you was coming up on no man's land, that you was coming up on the danger zone. But y'all wanted to play games. And this is why I always say, more often than not, 99.9999999, just maybe, that's the percentage of how many women have had a good man and blew it. And now, 300 pounds later, you're laying in this bed looking like Ursula from The Little Mermaid, over here all sprawled out across your bed, complaining and throwing tantrums and throwing hissy fits, talking to your phone about how much this dating pool got pee in it and it's trash. Well, if it's already got pee in it, because it seems like I've heard this story before. I've seemed like this sounds familiar because somebody just posted something like this the other day, talking about the dating pool, and I guess this y'all new trendy thing now is to say it's got pee in it. Well, why even step in there if you know it's got pee? You know, last thing I remember is when someone even had an inkling that somebody peed in the pool, they jumped up out of it. They stayed away from it. How about y'all stay away from it? And that should be the red flag to make y'all understand that you got to do some work on yourself. While you're busy looking at everybody else, calling them trash, look at yourself, fix you, because you're well over, well over the weight of a running back in the NFL. And with the big mama energy that you're projecting, with the little sister energy that you're projecting, ain't nobody gonna want to deal with that. They want a quick fix. You're upset because they want to be in and out. Because that's the desperation of your side, that's the desperation of their side. They don't need to be dipping in you, and you don't need to be letting them dip in you. Because what that tells me is that these cats are ignorant. They're ignorant to the fact that they know they're not going to stick with you, but yet they will come and make their alterations. And I keep trying to get you people to understand that to have a woman for a man, number one, he is considered a husbandman or a farmer or a master of the soil. When your woman is in your hands, you're supposed to master her. You're supposed to master her, whatever flower she is, whether she's like my bro Will McCraven always say, whether she's a cactus or whether she's a lily or a rose, you handle them all differently. You know what I'm saying? One size doesn't fit all. So it takes a lot for that. It shows a lot about that man. If he's really a man, he's going to understand how to put the work in to master her, because she's going to have to become his number one student, his A student. She's going to have to literally, you know what I'm saying, sponge from him as much as possible, because his knowledge and his wisdom will be her protection. But what I'm starting to see and understand, which is why I talk about the ignorance of these males, not men, the ignorance of these males, they dip in this woman, dip in that woman, dip in this woman, dip in this woman. Now, whoever's laid in you, they probably have messed with another girl, or they do got another Bia at the crib, or they do got a wife, or whatever the case may be. Because anybody that they're laying down with, they should be able to make their wife or their concubine, or whatever the case may be. They shouldn't just be just frivolously going all around. And what that does is that when you lay with, this is why where they come in as ignorant, is because when you lay with these women, you're every time you touching them, there's some that's supposed to be somebody else's, but you're making alterations on that pattern. So by the time it gets to the seamstress's hands, by the time it gets to the cultivator's hands, the master of the soil's hands, the one who is really qualified, he's got all this extra work to do because of what everybody else has done, touched, dropped in your spirit, and all that. And it's because of you out here intentionally dating and spiritually getting in tune. That's not how you do it, ma'am. I mean, how much sense does that make? But what I take from this video is that somebody must have had a father. Because why are you making all these dating moves without a man that is your protection or covering to protect you and help you vet these cats? Whether it's, and if you ain't got a father, whether it's your uncle, your grandfather, your brother, somebody who's an elder who has consistent knowledge gain and can help you vet these cats. Because by the time you've let one person touch you and another person touch you and another person touch you, if you haven't already had a chance to come across a good guy yet, one day you will. And what's gonna be revealed is that you've wasted your time, you squandered your prime, and the things that a man would want from a woman, he won't be able to get from you because your prime is gone. And the way you age versus the way a man age, you can't play. You can't play with time. And that's why I say a lot of you have had that man and blew it. Whether you actually were with him, broke it up, whether you were actually married to him, divorced him, and trusted this scallywag, shenanigan court of Babylon, you guys cause your own issues. And until you stop trying to buck up like Big Mama, and until you stop trying to nag and buck up and rebel like Little Sister, you're never going to understand what it means to really have the protection of your man's voice. Because just like our ear was made for God, he is Christ in the marriage. So that means your ear is supposed to be made to hear your man. But y'all hear y'all girls and y'all have all these girls trips and y'all play all these games and y'all listen to y'all broken scallywag mothers and bitter grandmas and aunties and all this different stuff, and they send you down the wrong path because they saw that you had something good. Every time your girls was hanging out with you at the club, oh, don't break up the girls, don't break up the group, because they saw you with a good dude. Some of y'all know you had that guy and you blew it. And this is what it sounds like when scallywags cry. Your boy Prince said this is what it sounds like when doves cry. But I hear scallywags crying because you in there throwing tantrums you ain't even got to throw. Talking about spiritual and talking about intentional this and intentional that. Look, the only thing you need to intentionally do is take the fork from your mouth, the spoon from your mouth. Your table needs to be your only concern. Because if you're really serious about it, if I was a man, I wouldn't take you serious either. If I was a man that was dealing with you, I am a man. But if I was a man that was dealing with you or I saw you, I wouldn't take you serious either, seeing that you can't be disciplined enough to pull something from your mouth. And that's what it means. Whether you're a male, whether you're a man or a woman, if you can't be disciplined enough to hold that, but to push that plate back sometimes, that's a problem. To the point where what is going on in your life, and we don't even know if she's a baby mama or not, she could have kids. But you got people complaining like this in their 40s, 50s, 60s. Make it make sense. What is going on in your life that much, especially if you ain't got no children, that you stressing like this to the tune of 300 pounds? You should not weigh more than a man. Because with that weight comes attitude. And a lot of women are coming out admitting that they had horrible attitudes, that they had horrible spirits, that they felt horrible when they were carrying 2 persons worth of weight. You got to get it together. And stop lying out here. Ain't nobody trash but was laying in that bed. Get it together, sister. I'm out. Bye.
That's stupid, guys. Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
I am weak. Kels, you a fool. But I'm trying to help him out. I'm trying, brother. Help me out, Kels.